While hearing loss is not necessarily the first health issue men think of, stats show that hearing loss is indeed a health issue for many men. The National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders reports that 61% of hearing loss occurs in men. Paige Holt, Doctor of Audiology at LAKE ENT, explains why men are more susceptible to hearing loss.
There are many different things that can cause hearing loss. The most common would be aging and just degeneration of the hearing nerve, noise exposure. Anytime someone is working around loud equipment, working in a factory, it is regulated now that people wear hearing protection and it's monitored by OSHA. A lot of people don't do that though because they say, I can't hear my boss, I can't hear my coworkers, and so they sort of take their sound protection out, which can damage the hearing. So it's very important to wear hearing protection when you're working around loud equipment in a factory. A lot of people who are not in large companies, maybe they have a lawn company, a lawn service, and they're not monitored by OSHA, but they do need to be wearing earmuffs or earplugs to protect themselves from the loud equipment. Family history can play a part, genetics, but we also can see some ototoxicity with certain medications that you take and certain drugs that are taken. Some of them are needed for life-threatening situations, and in those cases the physician who is administering that medication will refer the patient for monitoring to monitor the hearing over time as they take that medication to make sure that they're not losing a lot of the hearing. Occasionally we will see someone who has a sudden hearing loss, and there are some ways of treating sudden hearing losses that we might see some recovery. But in general, when you start to see the gradual progression from the aging process, it's not something that we can recover. As aging occurs, there's damage to the hearing nerve. There's no way to stop it from happening. You'll just continue to have a progressive hearing loss over time. The hearing aids will help you hear better. They will not cause further hearing loss, and they will not really prevent further hearing loss.
Hearing loss among the male population can be caused by a single factor or a combination of factors. Common contributors to hearing loss in men include genetics, age, exposure to loud noise over a long period of time, diseases such as meningitis, diabetes, and cardiovascular issues, ear and head trauma, earwax buildup, and ototoxic medication, drugs which have an important purpose but may impact hearing. The audiology team at LAKE ENT has offices in Leesburg, Tavares, and the Villages. For appointments and more information about hearing aid and audiology services offered at Lake Ear, Nose, Throat, and Facial Plastic Surgery, click the Hearing Loss and Men story link on our homepage, yourhometownhealth.com.